California citizens relish the wild, remote places found throughout the state. Our mild climate allows us to enjoy them as we hike, hunt, and fish. Unfortunately, these same remote places make illegal marijuana cultivation possible on a grand scale. Illegal marijuana gardens persist by the thousands throughout the state. It's not about medical marijuana or a few guys growing a little pot in the woods. It's about international drug trafficking organizations making billions in profits and using marijuana growers who pollute the land, destroy wildlife, destroy habitat, and worst of all, threaten the lives of citizens. So why do fish and game wardens participate in eradicating these illegal marijuana gardens? The threat to public safety, poaching, pollution, and habitat destruction practically defines our mission statement. As police officers, public safety is a warden's priority. The places where hikers, hunters, and anglers and avid outdoors people visit, those are the regular patrol areas for a warden. When illegal gardens are found, the wardens work with other law enforcement agencies to take them out. Sometimes officers sneak in to apprehend the growers. Other times they work with other agencies, moving in with overwhelming force. The work is extremely dangerous. The wardens have been involved in 4 officer-involved shootings in marijuana gardens since 2005, and they have helped to arrest hundreds of growers. Guns of every description are confiscated, such as these, all taken from growers around the state.
Mossberg, pistol grip, 12 gauge, extended magazine.
Bears raid the growers' camps and are shot as a nuisance.
It's a front left bear paw. It's been cut at the wrist. It's found in the cultivation site.
Deer eat the marijuana, and as a result, hundreds of deer are killed.
This is a carcass of a deer, and we generally do find wildlife carcasses at sites like these. Some animals are snared, some are poached.
Approximately 1 pound of fertilizer is used per 10 marijuana plants in the growing season. A 50,000 plant garden uses about 5,000 pounds or more of fertilizer. Too often the fertilizers are just spread across the dirt, and when it rains, it all ends up in the nearest creek. Pesticides are used, many imported illegally from Mexico. They're applied directly to the marijuana buds to protect against insect damage. If you think they're rinsed off before being processed for sale, think again.
Good example of pesticide use on the plants. You can see all the dried pesticide residue. And it's a good message for people who think smoking marijuana is okay because it's natural. This is very unnatural. This is heavy-duty pesticides. A lot of them are smuggled from Mexico. I mean, you can see all that pesticide residue on the plants. So people who are smoking pot are smoking that stuff right there.
The growers build plastic-lined pits where they mix fertilizers, plant hormones, and minerals to feed their irrigation systems to achieve maximum plant yields. Now add in massive amounts of human waste associated with living in the woods for 6 months over multiple seasons. Filthy camps, trash piles, and human waste pits make for an environmental disaster every time it rains. For every acre of land marijuana sites take up, 10 acres of habitat is destroyed. The efficiency of these gravity irrigation systems would be impressive if they did not have such a harsh consequence for the surrounding wildlife.
See the water pressure that you can build up on these things? Pretty impressive.
Trees are also cut down by the hundreds to make way for the gardens. Hikers, hunters, and anglers should not have to worry about stumbling across armed marijuana growers. But if they do, they should not engage the growers. They should immediately retreat, take note of landmarks, get GPS coordinates if possible, and call 911.
I can.
Most growers that the wardens come across in these marijuana gardens have been armed and they're willing to kill to protect their crop. All this in a state where citizens relish California's remote wild places.
DFG's participation in this is not only because we're the law enforcement experts off the pavement, but also because of the tremendous environmental damage that occurs in each and every one of these grows.
Game wardens are the frontline guardians of California's fish and wildlife. And whether it be marijuana growers or other threats to citizens and natural resources, wardens will be there.